Today we're down lower in the valley and we're in a cut block here. You got a couple of dead ones here right on the edge of the cut block, and they're smaller, probably going to be only 8 or 10 inches at the bottom. There's another one there, but it's good firewood. They're not rotten yet. They've just been dead for 1 or 2 years, so it's good firewood. And this is a good application for the winch. I've got the truck up here, and I have a sort of a little skidder road here, but I won't be able to get right down to the trees, so I'll just follow them into the cut block here, and then try and just follow them and just winch them up to the road and process them up here. So let's give it a try. So I got the truck here, got the tree laid over down along like that. I do have an option. I got a big stump up here that I can put a redirect pulley on. I'd like to get it right up onto the road so I can process it right here. I think what I'll do first is I'll just tie onto the top of the tree there. Just try and pull it in a straight line, pull it right over to the truck here. That should get the top of the tree up here, and then so it'd be off on kind of an angle like this, and then maybe I'll just grab the bottom end of it right at the base and just use that stump up there and try and just swing it up so it's just laying right on the road, nice and easy for me to process. Let's give it a try. This is a good application for that skidding cone. Just helps the leading edge of the tree not get hung up on all this bits and pieces and stumps and stuff on the way up to the truck there. Okay, so we just tried to pull it just in a single line pull, and it won't do it. Now this that's the PCW5000. I think it's good for 1,000 kgs of line pull, so about 2,000 pounds, and it's not even a very big tree. But this happens pretty often where, you know, the tree could have a branch that's dug in somewhere in there, dug in on the bottom, you can't see it, or it just gets hung up on some little tiny twig and just doesn't quite have the jam to pull it. So even though that's a pretty small tree, it's probably only 12 inches at the base and maybe 55 feet long, just won't do it in a single line pull. So I'm just going to re-rig and do a double line pull, and it should be able to do it. I always try to go for the single line pull first because of course it's much faster. So we'll just do a re-rig there. I'll put this pulley down on the top of the tree, a nylon sling, and double it back, and should be plenty of pulling power. Okay. Well, it's a little heavier than I thought. So actually was starting to pull the truck sideways there a little bit. Hard to see from here, but see that bend in the tree? Because it's wedged down right at the base, stuck between that little small one there and a stump that's kind of buried in the brush. So it's actually trying to bend the tree rather than pull it. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna change my direction here. So I got one line that's gonna go up to the truck. I'm gonna take the other line and go up to that stump over there. I'll hook onto that and it should pull it more in the right direction. Let's give it a try. Okay, just basket this nylon sling here. One shackle. You can see at some point here while we were pulling on this, it actually broke the top of the tree a bit. So got it up on the road now, at least close enough to grab it. And as usual, when you're cutting it down, you walk up to the tree, it looks pretty small, but now I'm standing here looking at it. I bet you if I get my tape measure out, it's probably 70 feet long. So there's a bit of length there. So now that I got the top up onto the road, just for the sake of speed now, I think I'll just choke onto that. I got some wire rope chokers and we'll hook it to the back of the truck and we'll try and just pull it up onto the road and make it easy to process. I'd prefer not to skid it like that if I can avoid it. End up with a bunch of dirt, rocks jammed in the bark, and then it's hard on the chain. So do it when I have to, but rather just do the least amount of skidding possible, especially when it's on the road like that. That's where it really picks up the rocks and everything. But part of the game. It's June here, middle of June, and it's pretty warm, and I would rather not be wearing these chaps, which are extra hot, but you only get one chance with a bad chain injury, so rather be a little uncomfortable than seriously injured out in the woods by myself. So we'll just sweat it out. Okay, let's get this bucked up. 11 a.m. here now. The sun is right overhead and it's hot. So I'm gonna cry uncle on this one and just split what I got here and come back for the rest later. Yeah, splits pretty nicely. Small stuff like this won't take me all that long to split. All right, we're loaded up. Still got lots of tree left here. Come back later and process that one. As you can see, it's so hot, I didn't feel like stacking the wood, so I just tossed it in the truck. I'm gonna hit the road here. I got the air conditioning pumping in the truck. So, not bad for a hot summer morning. But that's all I got in me when the temps are this warm, so let's get out of here.